I'm not running for mayor to fire Mike Womack. Mike Womack is in charge of whether he gets fired or not.
Mike, effective immediately, you're fired. Pack your things and get out.
Okay, let me finish.
No! According to Robert's rules,
You're out of order.
You're out of order.
You're out of order.
You're out of order.
Hey everyone, Tim Galbraith here. I just want to thank you all so much for all the support you've shown me and just remind you what a big difference it makes when you like, when you comment, when you share. All these things help a lot. You can follow the Facebook page, you can subscribe to the Substack, of which there is both a free and a paid option. So however you feel comfortable supporting me, it would really mean a lot. I am truly grateful and humbled by all the support that I've received already, and I have every intention of continuing to bring it, both giving you the information that you deserve and desire, and doing so in the most entertaining way that I can. Thank you.
So I guess I'm looking for an answer to that question. How did the decision, what was the decision-making process to go from what we had to this new one?
The answer as to how this came about was about two and a half, 3 weeks ago, if my recollection is correct. Ms. Sanchez, is that about it? Okay. I was here at City Hall on some other business, and Ms. Sanchez, our clerk, had approached me and said that the annual review was coming up, and she handed me a copy of the old review form and asked if I would like to make changes, because it was, how did you state it, Ms. Sanchez?
That form was designed by myself, 2 other commissioners, to meet the job requirements in the charter. It was
Okay.
specifically towards the meeting the requirements in the charter.
Yep. And at that time, I don't recall the exact words, and you can correct me if I misquote or misstate something, but I was under the impression that this was a normal procedure, and that the last time that it was checked was by the clerk and Mr. Patterson, and that it falls under the purview of the mayor to make any additional changes going into the next period. At that time, I took the copy that Ms. Sanchez had handed off to me, and I told her I would do my best. I did an extensive amount of research and had discovered, and I put my methodology in the introduction. It's very clear in terms of addressing the concerns of Mr. Atwood and Mr. Brady. The instrument is modeled on the International City and County Management Association framework for city manager evaluation. So I didn't just pull it out of a Cracker Jack box. There was extensive amount of research, and there's a reputable organization that recommends this type of framework. The annual assessment criteria tie explicitly to the charter duties, which the old form did as well. So I basically copied a lot of the stuff off the old form, like 80%. The newest stuff is really the numeric scoring with behavioral anchors for written record and weighted criteria reflecting commission priorities. The criteria derived from the charter, section C410, and the city manager's employment agreement. Scoring the 5-point Likert scale, which I think, being in academia, Mr. Brady, you should be familiar with that. This form uses a 5-point Likert scale developed by Rennis Likert, University of Michigan, 1932. It's well known, well used with HR departments. The professional standard recommended by the ICMA, which is the Society for Human Resource Management, and the National League of Cities. They recommend the Likert scale. It seems to work for the municipalities that follow those public sector evaluation criteria that they've defined, the frameworks and the models that they've set up. There was some meta-analysis by Murphy and Cleveland in 1995. All of this can be looked up. There's a Visivarin and ones in 2000. They showed that the 5-point scales produce significantly higher inter-rater reliability than 3-point categorical systems, which is what we're moving away from. So it's empirically validated that this is a better system. Numeric scales with behavioral anchor satisfy EEOC, which is the Uniform Guidelines on Employee Selection Procedures 1978 requirements, and enable the commission to track performance trends and establish a factual basis for employment decisions. All this was in the introduction in case you didn't get a chance to read it, but it does answer quite a few of those questions that seem to be insinuating that there was some, I guess, shrouded activity behind all of this. And it wasn't even on my radar until staff had brought it to my attention and told me it was within my purview to address.
Yeah, what a convenient explanation. It wasn't even on his radar until it was brought to his attention, and then he had to immediately change 80% of it, send a copy to Bodman, show up to a commission meeting, and encourage people to fill it out as soon as possible. Totally plausible, I guess.
Commissioner Brady has his hand up first.
I understand this is probably my second time speaking, and so I am going to try to get everything that I have in. Hopefully, we can do that. So first I would note that, Mr. Hing, I don't believe you actually answered my question directly, unless it was when you said that you took it upon yourself after discussion with the clerk. My question is, does the mayor have the authority to just unilaterally rewrite the city manager's evaluation? That's my question. It's the same thing as the chairs. It's just, do I get any input on my one employee? Do I get to have any input on the evaluation form that's just now being changed? The key performance indicators, which I think gets back to the idea of what is the purpose of this evaluation? If you're gonna put a number on it, I think you're gonna try to use it to fire me. That's just, to be honest, I think that's where this is going. I think we give them a purposeful low score so that we can put them on a plan and fire them. That's what it looks like, okay? Whether that's what you're doing or not, it's what it looks like.
All right, so there you see Commissioner Brady trashing the 1 to 5 scale that's a part of this new evaluation. And I'll show you what the old one looked like, but it didn't have a 1 to 5 scale. Brady also says it looks like you're setting Womack up for failure with this. You're going to try to give him a low score and use it to justify firing him. Now that's what Commissioner Brady seems to believe, or at least suspects. And again, so much of this is because of the lack of transparency. These questions don't get brought up in the meeting. You don't see these challenges if what takes place is the type of thing that Commissioner Atwood suggests happened in the past when the evaluation was revised. You have a committee, they work on it, they bring it to the commission as a whole, the commission votes on it. But when you just have, again, the mayor doing more unilateral, behind-the-scenes things that certain commissioners have no opportunity whatsoever to really weigh in on, don't want necessarily, and if they were to weigh in on it, it might be to say, we don't want this, but if nothing else, if they had to accept a change was coming, they could be involved in trying to shape it somewhat, but they're just cut out. And I don't get why the mayor doesn't see this as fundamental to the problems he experiences with the perception of the job he's doing. Just work with everybody up on that dais, all of them. Not just the ones who you're tight with, that you're ideologically aligned with. This is not meant to be a partisan deal. This is meant to be people working for the betterment of our city. It's not happening how it should be.
2 to 3 weeks ago, I'm not sure. I see March 9th that Bodman attorney was analyzing performance documentation. Mr. Mayor, here's just a crystal clear question. Did Bodman have any handling with this evaluation packet? Any involvement at all? Did you discuss it with them? Did they have a letter to do with it at all?